Hey everybody, Randy here with a Steept vlog. So this is going to be a fun one. I was looking forward to this one. From a wheel of life perspective, we can talk about leisure, fun, and hobbies. And not going to say sneakers are a hobby. I've known crazier individuals that have an insane amount of shoes. But for me, I really just gravitate towards Jordans. We'll talk a little bit about it now. So Jordan was an icon back in the day. I was born in 86 and I grew up primarily in the 90s, right? So the thing about it was watching the guy, he was just so agile. That's why they call him the Black Cat. He had such a will to win, a tenacity, the way he moved, the stuff that he did, the ease of getting points. It was just amazing. And you don't see that with a lot of players. He's the greatest of all time. There's no debate there. Respect LeBron. I'm a huge fan of LeBron. He is a great player, all-around player, loves his teammates. I mean, keeps them as a core, just bringing happiness to the locker room and bringing people together. Great guy. But outside of points alone and championships alone, the dude just had a huge influence, like a global influence, a cultural influence that not a lot of people have, and not a lot of people will have. And I love the nostalgia of the whole Jordan brand. There's a lore behind it. There's a mystique, and there's a culture, and there's also the whole aspect of status. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about those, but just know that for me personally, as an individual, it's the nostalgia. Now, my first introduction to Jordan was back in Guam. Space Jam came out. Man, Looney Tunes, freaking, man, Believe I Can Fly. I mean, it was just a great time, a great movie. Definitely, my imagination was just soaring after that, and specifically those Jordan 11 Space Jams with the patent leather. Man, I really wanted those, but, you know, I don't think my dad was ready to drop some coin on some Jordans at that time. But what really started it for me, so I lived in Guam, like I said, at the time on Anderson Air Force Base, went to Upi Elementary. But everybody during 96, 97 season, everybody had them damn Jordan 12s. And finally, my dad took me to the Navy Exchange. At the time, no taxes, got me the Jordan 12 cherries. I'll show my collection here in a little bit, but that's what got it started. That's what got my obsession started. Man, you talk about everybody using it. You had some white and black taxis. You had some breads from the flu game. You know, you had the playoffs with the black and whites, and then you had the cherries, which I had. To me, that's the best shoe ever because that's personal to me. It just harkens back to my childhood, riding bikes, you know, playing basketball, hanging out with my buds, you know, watching Nickelodeon on a Saturday morning, just chilling, eating junk food all the time, running around like crazy kids should. And use that shoe everywhere. It was a staple, man. You wouldn't see me without them damn shoes. I mean, they were worn out by the time I was done with them, but it's just a great time. And so right now it's the 40th year anniversary of Jordan brand. And this year they've been coming out with some heat. Originally I was just going to get 2 shoes, but literally within the first 2 months I got 3. And so trying to watch my wallet here, but it makes it really hard when Jordan brand be coming out with the heat. And recently they've been doing great concepts, and who's ever there, the visionaries back in the Jordan brand, they're doing a great job, and they're doing a justice for the brand. So I just really wanted to give them props. So the first one that I bought is the metallic Jordan 5s. So this was back in the 1990s. This was his 5th iteration of his shoe. As you can see here, you have the fighter jet inspiration with the teeth. Nubba. You have the zoom pod. You have the reflective tongue. The Reimagined series, the only difference here is the piping is reflective. And then you also have the Nike branding in the back, which harkens back to the 90s. Original, they call them OG retro versions. So this is true to the shoe. And then the thing I like about it, when you talk about the detailed touches, they actually have the white laces that Jordan used in the playoffs. He switched it to the white laces. You can see it in pictures. I can show it here. But I love that. I love the details. Jordan 12s, man. Jordan 12s. Ooh, takes me back to the 90s, like I said. So this is inspired by a Japanese flag. You got the snakeskin side panels here. Full length zoom, first in the Jordan lineup, as well as a carbon shank, so you got stability and springiness. In the back it says, quality inspired by the greatest player ever. He's a GOAT. So I'm just saying. It even says on the damn shoe. Nice sheen to it. Really quality leather here, so bought this one. Now, I'm going to add a little bit of context to this one. They call this the flu game, but for those who watched the Last Dance, his trainer actually said it was bad pizza. So in the day prior, he was hungry. They bought pizza. This was in Utah. 3 a.m. in the morning. He was in a fetal position. Fever, chills, just hurting. The boy was hurting. But, of course, Jordan being the competitor he is, he just get me to the game. And pivotal game, game 5. If you go up 3-2 in a 7-game series, you're pretty much going to win. The percentages, you're pretty much going to win. So Jordan knew the significance of that game. So on June 11, 1997, went out, balled out of control, 38 points. This was hard to get, but I got him, thankfully. And then you have this one was interesting. So let me show you a picture here. So this is a Jordan 1 black toe reimagined. Now, as you can see here, it says Air Jordan, right? Whereas they put wings there on the original releases back in 1985. But this was a promotional shoe. This is during a photo shoot in November 1984, a few weeks after he got signed. So Peter Moore, the designer, I guess actually decided to go for this as a prototype. But they had a photo shoot in that month. They were in Chicago. They had the little gym over there. All the kids found out about it. They were packing it. So that particular photo shoot is where they actually came up with the Jumpman logo a little bit later. So as you can see, this is the Jumpman logo, and they have a picture of it. I can show you right here. And yeah, that's the uniqueness of this, which I really like the story behind it. When you talk about the wings, though, I kind of got the wings. Peter Moore was actually on a flight, and the kids were giving out wings by the airlines. And he went on his napkin and just started sketching, and that's where he came out with the inspiration for the wings. And it's been an iconic symbol ever since then. And so, yeah, I thought I would get these shoes. Definitely gonna rock them. I got a whole collection here, so I got some on ice that are pretty well sought after. So I thought this was pretty cool. If you look inside the left heel, it says "My Very Best, Michael Jordan." Put the black light on it, man. Attention to detail. So let me go through my collection here real quick. I'll go left to right, top down. So let's start at the top here. So these are the Jordan Aqua 8s. Below that are the Bread 4s. Then below that you got the Bread 3s. Below that you got the Jordan 11 Breads. Talk a little bit about this now. When I was in college, they had a countdown pack. So they would have 2 Jordans that would add up to 23. So this one was the most sought after one that everybody wanted. Jordan 11 and the Jordan 12 taxis I'll show later. But the thing about this was back in the day, they didn't have raffles or sneaker apps. So you actually had to camp out, go to the store, and hope you can get in line and get your own pair. So frigid day in Seattle. There with my mom and my sister the day prior around 12 a.m. taking a nap, and then finally the lady comes out of the store, tells us to go in the line. And when she says go, you run into the store. So I started running, black ice on the ground, people slipping and sliding, and I get there, I'm 5th in line, thankfully, right? And I get my shoe. And so that just kind of shows kind of the fever pitch when it comes to Jordans. And I mean, it's fun. It brings back memories. And again, I can recall this memory just like it was yesterday. Talk about nostalgia, right? So below that is the Jordan 12 Cherries. This is the one that I first got. Favorite pair ever. Below that are the Jordan 13s, inspired by the Black Cat moniker that he had. In the middle portion here, that's the only sneaker that I ever got for resale, purchased for on resale in the GOAT app. Very expensive because it was hard to get. There's a Jordan 1 Chicago colorway. You go to the right, going down. Those are the 12s. The Taxi 12s is part of the Countdown pack. And below that is the 23s, which has a fingerprint on the bottom of the sole. I thought it was pretty cool, man. They had to go big on the 23. I think they did it justice. You go down there, that's the Bread 6. You go down there, that is the Jordan 14 that he made the final shot on to close out his three-peat, get his 6th championship. And he definitely pushed off, but hey, it is what it is, man. And hey, this is my boy right here, but he pushed off for real. Below that is the Jordan 8 playoffs, and then below that are the Jordan 7s. And like I said, I'm trying to buy the Jordan 5s, the red colorway, the white and red colorways later this year, because that's the only one not in my collection. In my collection, I basically just wanted all the shoes that he played in, not the 9s and 10s where he went to do his old baseball stint. But these are primarily the ones that I decided to keep in my collection and put them on ice, hopefully having a good resale value in the future. But I'm not gonna sell them. Like I said, this is gonna stay with me. Brings back nostalgia. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching. This was a really fun video for me. I was really looking forward to it. And hope you kind of understand my obsession for sneakers, understand the sneaker culture. Hey, women, hey, y'all got your bags. We got our shoes. So I thank you guys for watching. Peace.